everybody, this is Dan Martin from Toromont Cat. Got some exciting new things to show you today. We've got a new version of VisionLink that just recently launched. It's in preview starting this week. We've got a whole bunch of new apps, and I thought I would take a few minutes to go through and show you my top 5 new features list, show you what this platform is capable of and what it's going to be doing in the near future. Okay, starting off my top 5 features list, one of the biggest changes you'll notice when going into VisionLink is that we have a whole bunch of new applications that we can use. I'm currently sitting in the Unified Fleet application, but I'm going to show you Unified Service and a couple other apps as we go through here today. By the way, VisionLink Legacy, the site that you've probably been using for quite a while now, is still available and probably will be available until the end of the year, at what point it will be retired and replaced by these other applications. Okay, moving on to Unified Service. This is the app that your maintenance staff would be using to review the overall health of the machines in your fleet. So we've got some widgets here on the dashboard for fault codes. We've got fluid analysis, inspections using the Cat Inspect app. We also have maintenance tracking tools to review your overdue and upcoming maintenance. We also are going to be adding in calendar-based maintenance events to this as well. So if you have an annual inspection or so on, we can add in inspections there too. Okay, moving on with my list of top 5 new features. I think one of the biggest changes to VisionLink is that it is now 100% mobile friendly. I can even demo what it looks like here on an iPhone if you'd like to see. So this page you'll see has shrunk down to a phone screen size now, and you have all the same widgets that you had previously. They're all here. All of them are interactive on your phone, just the same way you would use them on the desktop. Now some of the other menus at the top have changed around a little bit so that it's a little bit more finger friendly, so you can quickly switch around between your fleet views and your dashboard, so on the left hand side there. All right, number 3 on my top 5 list is the dashboard. Now, this dashboard is customizable, so you can get exactly the information you want on here and hide all the stuff that's not important to you. So you can kind of see here already, I've tweaked this a little bit. I've got a fuel level widget here for the Cambridge branch, and I've got another one down here for the Ottawa branch. So how you do that is you go to the top right-hand corner, you go to Edit Widgets, and you'll see edit mode active. What I like to do is, another tip here, is to go to collapse all. When you collapse all the widgets, it just gives you the little headers here. Any one of these widgets can be moved around. You'll see the little dot lines. You can actually move them anywhere on the screen. So there's a few that I'm not even using yet, and you can double up and add widgets into these boxes if you want as well. So if I wanted to add a widget in here, I just go to add widget. I can choose what type of widget: asset status, fuel level, asset utilization, notifications, map, idling level, whole bunch of them. So let me just add another fuel level one to show you what this would look like. So I've got 9,000 machines here. That's probably too many for my fuel level widget, but I can easily come in here quickly. I can choose any one of the groups that I've already had booked in here. So if I wanted to look at my machines that have payload enabled, for example, oh, they're all topped up. But anyways, from there, if I come back up to the top, I go to Save Widgets, it will save that setting, and I can come back in here and expand them. If I wanted to move them around, I can again go here to Edit Widgets, just grab the little 4 arrows, move it anywhere that I want on the screen, and drop it, and it will stay there. You can rename them. So if I wanted to come in here, just go to Edit Settings, Fuel Level, Payload Machines, and apply that. And then always remember to come up here at the top and go to Save Widgets. And that will be there the next time you need to log in. Okay, number 4 on my top 5 list is the ability to customize these views and create custom reports. VisionLink is what they call a WYSIWYG interface. It's what you see is what you get. I'm here in the utilization tab, so I'm looking at things like here's your total runtime fuel burn, number of hours in the runtime, idling, working. We can even scroll over here. All these different columns are kind of preset for us, but we don't have to stick around with those columns. If we want to, we can tweak them. Coming over to the settings, the little 3 dots, I can go down to the settings menu here, And I can turn on or off any of these items. There's quite a few elements in here that I can change. So for example, I'm not showing distance traveled in kilometers, but if I click on that, I can now go to the where it says hidden here and make that visible. And if that was more important to me, I can even float it up the list here if I'd like as well. So one thing I've hidden here is the unit number. A lot of people use unit numbers, but some people don't. You can choose to make that visible, and you can even pin it if you'd like. So if I make this visible and choose to pin that, then that column will stay visible as I scroll across here. So you should see that now. So we've got asset ID, and as I scroll across, you'll see those columns stay locked. So that's one customization that you can do. Now, if there are only a few machines that you are interested in this list and you wanted to generate just a report specifically for a few machines, I'm just going to grab 3 or 4 of these excavators as an example. So I can select those 4, and I can come up to the top right-hand corner again, and then go to Generate Report. Just like the other screens, we now have the ability to download this as an Excel file, or if I want to, I can even have it emailed, and they do have the ability to do a recurring email. I'll touch on that in another video, but let's just go to download and I'll show you what this looks like. Okay, so we've got the Excel file open up here. So we've got the 4 machines that we had selected previously. It's split across a couple of pages here. If we wanted to view the whole grid, we just come down to the little grid view at the bottom, and then you'll see all of your data there. Now you may even choose in the previous screen to turn off some of the columns if you're not necessarily interested in those. It's totally up to you. All right, rounding out my top 5 list, probably the last but not least most useful feature in here is the ability to create custom states for machines. So I've just brought up the equipment dashboard here, and you can see the default is set to in use, meaning that the machine is basically being used. You can choose any one of these settings that you want, and there may be the ability to add in other notes later on, but one commonly requested feature was to be able to change the status. So if we got a machine down for maintenance for a period of time, you can easily change that flag there, and anybody who may be requesting a machine or looking for a machine will know that that one's parked for maintenance. Even if you were shipping it across the country, for example, from one site to another, you can mark it as in transit. Or if a job site or a fleet supervisor has noted that a machine is available for use, you can just change that flag there. So that will show up in other Fleet View reports. Now the other thing is this notes section here. So you can enter in any text that you want for a note on that machine and add it, and it's kind of a permanent record on that machine. So if you wanted to exchange notes, it's kind of a note board available for all the machines in your fleet. A little feature, but a nice one, and something that we've been asking for quite a while. Anyways, that's sort of it for my top 5 list. I will be following up with more features and more in-depth guides to all of these tools and new applications that are available to us. So I hope you take the time and participate in the pilot here, the initial preview release of Unified Suite, and please get in touch with us if you have any questions. Thanks very much.